Nicole.
Hey, Emily. How's it going, cousin?
Not so good.
Oh, how come?
I don't want to bore you.
You're not going to bore me. Anyway, I don't have much to do. Just moving into town has its perks, but having things to do isn't one of them.
How are you finding life in a new town?
It's nice. This town is quiet. But I guess you knew that already. I love that we get to live closer to each other now. That we don't have to cross the country to see each other.
I know, right? Thank God our moms have finally decided to live in the same town. I miss you when we're not together. You're my cousin and my best friend.
You can say that again. So, what's bugging you, Emily?
Well, you know I've been telling you about my lousy waste of space boyfriend?
Yeah, he sounds like a jerk.
I don't know why you're with that guy. He's handsome, and he's funny and caring when he wants to be. But I'm pretty sure he's seeing other girls on the side.
Seriously? What gives you that impression?
Well, he's still on Tinder.
What? You guys are exclusive though, right?
Yeah, we've been seeing each other for like 6 months.
But you've had the chat, right?
Yeah, I call him my boyfriend and he calls me his girlfriend. It doesn't get much more exclusive than that.
Yeah, but you know what modern relationships are like. He could be polyamorous.
Well, if he is, I'm not, and I don't trust boys. I've been hurt too many times before.
I know you have. You've had such bad luck with men.
Sometimes I feel like giving up on dating altogether. I wish I was attracted to girls. Girls are so much nicer and more loyal.
Preach. I've had the same problem. It hasn't been hard for me to find a boyfriend, but I regret dating every single one of them. That's why it's so nice to be moving to a new town, a clean slate.
I know what you thought, Nicole. It won't take you long to get to know some of the local boys.
Hey, I'm not that easy.
I didn't say you were, but you're such a good-looking girl. The boys in this town are going to be lining up to date you.
I've been talking to some boys on dating apps, but I'm not falling for anyone yet. I'm just focused on passing my exams and getting into college. I couldn't care less about boys.
College. It's so hard to focus on my studies when all I'm doing is worrying about what James is doing behind my back. I confronted him about the Tinder thing, and all he said was that it was nothing. That he forgot to delete the app, that he wasn't using it.
Maybe he's telling the truth. Boys can be thoughtless sometimes. Most of the time, actually.
No, I'm not falling for it. Besides, he's been acting distant lately, not replying to my texts, saying he's out with his buddies playing video games. James plays football. He's a quarterback. Quarterbacks don't play video games.
I don't know. I think you've got to have some solid proof before you can confront him about it. Have you seen any texts or missed calls on his phone from girls?
No, but he's super private about his phone. He always keeps it hidden from me. He never really goes on it when he's around me. I only saw the Tinder thing when he left his phone by the bed to go to the toilet. That's the only time he's done that.
So you went on his phone?
No, but I saw a notification from Tinder on it. But I couldn't unlock his phone to see what it was. Anyway, he was super defensive about it and didn't even show me the notification, just told me to trust him and stop snooping. Hey, I've got an idea.
What's that?
You've got Tinder, right?
Yeah.
Well, there aren't many boys in this town. I don't think it will be too hard to find James on Tinder if he's still using it.
You want me to match with James?
Well, yeah. If he matches with you, then he's definitely still using Tinder.
Well, that's easy enough to do, I suppose.
Actually, I've got an even better idea.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
I mean, this all depends on if you match with him or not. But if you do, then it's pretty obvious he's been lying to me for a long time.
Yeah.
So, if that happens, I want you to message him, and then report to me the messages he sends you. Then I'll tell you what to write. Maybe you can pretend to be interested in going on a date, and then if he agrees on going on the date, I'll turn up instead of you and dump his sorry ass.
That does sound pretty awesome. But that's a lot of hypothetical scenarios.
Please, Nicole, I need your help. It's driving me insane not knowing if James is cheating on me or not. I need some closure. I need to move on. I need to start studying. Like you. My parents would be devastated if I can't get into NYU because of some stupid boy.
Okay, I'll do it. But only if you promise that if James does turn out to be a cheater, that you won't date another silly boy until you get into NYU. I care about you, Emily. I would be just as devastated as you if you didn't get into college.
Let's expose this guy for what he really is.
Correction, what you think he is. I still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
I'm 90% sure I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I've still got some thinking to do about whether James is actually right for me. In all honesty, Emily, I think you do. If you don't trust him, then that's a big red flag. It goes without saying that trust is the foundation of any good relationship. And I'm not a relationship guru, trust me. Okay, I guess you're right. But I want to give him one last chance. I understand. I'll go on Tinder and see what I can find. Thanks, Nicole. You're the best. No problem, Emily. Speak soon. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Emily. So, did you find James on Tinder? Tell me everything. Well, I matched a couple of guys called James. Yeah? What do they look like? They look kind of similar, to be honest. Yeah? But only so far as I can't actually see their faces. What? They've just posted photos of their topless torsos. Does your James have a six-pack? Yeah. Are there any other clues in the photos? Well, in one of the photos, one of the boys is standing in front of a movie poster. What movie poster? Transformers. That's definitely not my James. What about the other one? Any clues there? Not really. He's holding a beer in one of the photos. My James doesn't drink. Or at least, he swears he doesn't. Ugh, I'm so relieved. Maybe he was telling the truth after all. I guess I need to cut him some slack. Listen, Emily, you need to trust your instincts. You may have been wrong about James cheating on you, but it doesn't mean he's right for you. Thank you, Nicole. I've got some thinking to do, haven't I? I'm afraid you do. Let's hang out tomorrow anyway, yeah? I'd love that. You can show me the sights. Yes, please. See you then, Emily. Bye, Nicole.
Hey, Emily.
Hey, babe.
Listen, Em, we need to talk.
What about?
I don't really know how to put this lightly.
You're worrying me, James. What is it?
I don't think it's working out between us.
You don't? How come?
To be honest with you, I feel like we've been drifting apart for a while.
I feel like that too. I've been driving myself crazy. Ever since I saw that Tinder notification on your phone. I've been thinking you've been seeing other girls. I know I was wrong for not trusting you, but...
I told you I wasn't using Tinder. But...
What?
I have met someone.
You've met someone?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't done anything, but we've just been chatting. I met her at the diner, and she's really opened my eyes to a few things.
So you're telling me that you like this girl?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. She's different.
She's different? You mean she's different from me?
Yeah, she's different from you. We can talk about things.
And we don't talk about things? I'm always trying to start a conversation with you. You couldn't be less interested in what I have to say.
You just want to talk about superficial things, Em. This girl, she's deep. She just gets me, I suppose. On a deep level.
So, what? She's into football?
I'm not only interested in football, Em. If you actually took the time to know more about me, you'd know that.
I tried, James. I really tried. But you're just such a closed book. You only wanted me to be your cheerleader, to turn up to your games and be the pretty girl on your arm. You didn't bother to get to know me. You're so selfish and arrogant.
Calm down, Em. We just weren't right for each other. We both knew it. We just didn't want to admit it. We were just for show. Anyway, I know you've been flunking in school, your grades are suffering, and I don't want to be the reason for that.
Oh, look at you. You're such a hero. You want to help me by dumping me? You're so misguided. You don't care about me. You just care about yourself.
Em, I do care about you, but we're just not right for each other. I'm excited to see how things go with Nicole.
Nicole?
Yeah, that's her name.
What's her second name?
Smith. Nicole Smith. She just moved to town. From Texas.
Nicole Smith. You know what my second name is, dumbass?
Smith? There are a lot of Smiths in the world, Em. You're telling me you're related to Nicole?
She's my cousin. I can't believe this. I've talked to her about you. I confided in her. She told me not to worry, and all along she was seeing you.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Em. This is news to me. This didn't happen on purpose. Maybe your cousin doesn't know I'm your ex-boyfriend.
My current boyfriend. You've only just dumped me. I need to talk to Nicole.
I have something good going on with Nicole. Don't interfere.
What do you mean, don't interfere? She's my cousin. What, you're just going to expect me to be fine with being dumped for my cousin?
I'm respectfully asking you to back off.
Well, I'm respectfully asking you to go to hell, James. Goodbye, forever.
Nicole?
Emily, what is it? Sorry I missed your calls. I have something to tell you.
And I have something to tell you.
I'm seeing a guy. I'm so excited, Emily. He's so sweet and caring and hot. I didn't want to tell you because I thought you'd judge me. He had a girlfriend, but he's just broken things off with her, and now we could finally see if things can go somewhere.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, I know who the guy is.
You do? He's called Jay. Do you know him?
He's not called Jay.
What?
He's called James, and he was my boyfriend.
No, this guy's called Jay. He told me his name is Jay.
He's lying. His name is James. He dumped me earlier today.
He dumped you? I can't believe this, Emily. I'm so sorry.
Nicole, I need you to stop seeing James. He's dangerous.
Dangerous? How is he dangerous?
Well, for starters, he's a compulsive liar. He's been lying to me this whole time and to you. He told you his name is Jay?
I guess. It makes sense now.
What makes sense? Nothing makes sense.
He was just shortening his name. Jay was actually just Jay.
Well, of course, but that's not the point. The point is that he betrayed me. You're my cousin, Nicole. I was so excited to welcome you to town. And now this has happened? When did this start? You've only been in town for 3 days. I haven't even seen you in person yet.
I know, and I feel terrible about that. I really want to see you. I was just exploring, and I was eating lunch at the diner. I was reading my book, and this guy just appeared out of nowhere. He said he liked the book I was reading, and we got to talking. We talked about literature, about art. We talked for hours, all afternoon. He was so sweet.
James? I can't believe we're talking about the same guy here. He's an illiterate jock. I don't think he's even read a book in his life. You were talking for hours? I don't think I've had a conversation with him that has lasted over 20 minutes. This is crazy.
It is crazy. You've got to trust me, Emily. I had no idea Jay, I mean James, was your boyfriend.
He's a liar. He's a cheat. You need to stay away from him, Nicole, for your own good.
Listen, Emily, I've only been in town for 3 days, and you're my cousin. Of course, I'm never going to do anything to hurt you. But don't you think you might be wrong about James?
He dumped me over text, Nicole. I'm definitely not wrong about him.
But you guys were only seeing each other for a few months.
He was my boyfriend. Why is everyone making me feel like I'm the crazy one? I forbid you to date him.
You forbid me? I don't think you have the right to forbid me from doing anything. If I decide not to see James anymore, it's because I love you and I don't want to see you hurt. But I'm not going to do anything because I'm forbidden to do so.
Okay, Nicole, I'm not forbidding you. You can do whatever you want. But if you decide to keep seeing James, I will never speak to you again. I will no longer consider you a friend, never mind a member of my family.
Emily, you don't mean that.
I do. Trust me, it won't be nice for you. To lose your only friend in this town, not even a week after moving here?
I don't like being threatened or blackmailed, Emily. I'm sorry things didn't work out between you and James, but I don't know what to say. I feel like I have a connection with him. I'm a big believer in trusting your instincts.
So you would be prepared to throw away what we have over a guy you've only known for 3 days? I honestly thought more highly of you, Nicole.
I'm not saying that I'm going to see James. I'm as confused as you are. I just don't want to cut something off that might turn out to be amazing. Just because you and James weren't right for each other, it doesn't mean that we aren't.
I can't believe this. I have to go.
I'm sorry, Emily.
Goodbye, Nicole. It's been 6 months since James dumped me and started dating my cousin. Nicole and I are cordial now, but we are nowhere near as close as we once were. After some time, I've come to the conclusion that James and I were just not compatible. I'm not angry anymore. Nicole and James are still dating. They seem happy. I'm not sure I'm happy for them. I still feel betrayed. But I think, weirdly, it was all for the best. I got back to my studies and I nailed my exams. NYU, here I come. On to another chapter, and I'm so happy to leave this deadbeat town behind me.